Alrighty, all you Red Dogs fans, this is another edition of the Dog Pound. I am starting left fielder and voice of the Red Dogs, Rick Franceschino, alongside my favorite co-host, Roy Franceschino, starting right fielder for the Red Dogs. It has been a while since we have seen you guys or talked to you guys. It feels like over a month, Roy. It's been a while.
Yeah, guys, I miss you guys so much. I know it's been long overdue. We live chaotic lives, crazy scheduling. We're all over the place, traveling the world. You know, a lot more goes into these videos than you might guys think. You know, I know it's usually a 10-minute video or so, but there's a lot of planning, a lot of behind-the-scenes things that Rick does to these videos to make them look good. So
I try my best, Roy. I try my best.
So, you know, we apologize because it's been a couple weeks, but we're back, and hopefully we're making it up to you.
We're back and in action. So, the last time we checked in with you guys, the Red Dogs were on a tear, on a long winning streak. We got that winning streak all the way up to 16 games, and then, unfortunately, that streak was broken by the sleepers and what was be told as the slobber knocker of the Orland Park League. The history of the Orland Park League, nothing like this has ever happened before. And I say the word slobber knocker, Roy, and I do not use it lightly. It was an absolute slogfest out there. Literally, punches were thrown. The Orland Park police were called and were notified, and their presence was felt at C5. Some fireworks were flying there, a lot of emotions, it being a first-place game. Whoever wins that game was going to lock up the 1 seed with a bye going into the playoffs. And it was an interesting game, Roy. It was an interesting game. So for the first 3 or 4 innings there, they were putting some bombs out there in the outfield, Roy.
They had a guy half my size. You know, I'm not a big guy, but a guy half my size hit balls to the wall, to the warning track, 320 feet away.
Doesn't make sense.
Come on now.
Mathematically, physically, it does not make sense.
No.
And we felt that, so I don't know if it was Pickham or Edgar. One of them pointed out saying, hey, you might want to check the bat. So I believe it was in the 3rd or 4th inning. Memory does not serve me well. It was after a base hit. We had him check the bat. And what happened after that, Roy?
So I'm out in right field, and I see after the guy hits a base hit, and, you know, Edgar says something to the ump, and the ump, you know, takes the bat. And he's looking at...
He does his thing. He does his measuring or whatever he does.
He takes a couple minutes. It shouldn't take a couple minutes. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no. Then I see him point to the guy at first base, the first base runner. And he goes out. And he goes, aw, fuck, here we go. And then they start running out to the ump. And then our guys start running out. We're like, oh, shit, here we go. I see Rick just beelining it from left field. Rick, I've never seen Rick run that fast before.
Yeah, I could run fast. I ran in there.
Just shit hit the fan, man.
Yeah, so tempers were flaring there. Turns out that they were using an illegal bat, which is what they got frustrated out. So the sleepers bench clear. Our guys start running in. I know I was in the thick of things. I was right in the middle trying to separate people, see what was going on, see what the issue was. Just an absolute mess. Now, at that point, I believe Edgar was ejected as well as one of the players on the sleepers was ejected. And then after that, some words were said even more. Some things were said about people's dogs. It escalated very quickly. The umpire at that point called it a double forfeit. So both teams would lose that game. However, it being such an important game, being the number one place.
We were both undefeated.
No, it was a number 1 place. Both teams are undefeated. It was to lock up that bye going into the playoffs. So both teams put aside their differences for the time being just to finish the game. So the umpire decided to go ahead with the game. However, at that point, it was zero tolerance on that game, and we still have a zero tolerance policy on us for the rest of this year, as well as the sleepers on what happened that night. The Orland Park Police were notified that they did show up. I believe I counted 4 or 5 squad cars at the ballpark. So we finished the game under police supervision in case anything were to erupt or get worse. I mean, I don't know what they were packing, Roy. They could have been packing something. So it was for our safety as well as the Centennial, the ball club, the people who run the fields.
Yeah, because I mean, they wanted to fight with weapons, and we wanted to fight like with our fists.
Their fists.
And this guy wanted to go at Wyman with the bat. I mean, come on, dude. Like, really?
It's simple
like,
respect,
really?
and it's courtesy. I mean, it's courtesy. If you're holding a bat in a scuffle in baseball, you drop the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rule number 1.
So, and guys, by no means are we like making this story up. This really
this is true.
Happen.
This happened. This happened.
You might think it sounds crazy and it's funny and all that.
This is real. This is real life. If you were to
I don't know if it's in the police blot or something, but
if you contact the Orland Park Police, a call was made from C5 when we were playing for an altercation that was going on. But needless to say, we end up losing the game to the Sleepers. We drop our 16-game win streak, and from there we locked up the number 2 seed going into the playoffs. Now, it is double elimination, meaning you have to lose twice in the playoffs, and then you're finally gone. Now, going into the playoffs, the Red Dogs were a little distraught about that loss to the Sleepers, being that we have not lost a single game in the past year without a team cheating. Because you also have to go back to the game against Manbear Puigs, our loss prior to the Sleepers. And, Roy, if memory serves me correctly, they also used an illegal bat. So teams clearly have to cheat to beat us. You have to go all the way back to the 2014 Fall League Red Dogs for the first time we legitimately lost to a team without them cheating to beat us. Yeah. So I got on a little rant there, Roy.
Whether it's the illegal bat, or it's performance-enhancing drugs, or it's metal spikes, or whatever, you name it, they've tried it. Seems to be these teams can't beat us fair and square. It's really a sad world we live in, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. They want to play that way. That's fine. We're still going to win the right way because that's how we roll. We're
a classy organization, and we like to stay that way. So we lock up the number 2 seed in the playoffs, and we ended up sweeping our way through the winner's bracket of the tournament. And to tip it all off, the cherry on top of that is we beat the Sleepers to lock up our spot in the championship. That's right, folks. The Red Dogs are headed to the 2015 Orland Park Fall League Championship. And I believe that is 2 championship appearances in back-to-back seasons for the Red Dogs. Now, the Red Dogs are playing phenomenal softball going into that. On the defensive side of the ball, absolutely phenomenal. You know, if we're picking up guys here and there, everyone's stepping up. In all my years of playing on a Red Dogs team, I feel that this is the most team-oriented team going into a championship, and we're just playing really good softball right now, Roy.
Yeah, you don't get as confident as we are right now. For a team to beat us 2 in a row, it's going to be a mountain to climb. You know, we're not cocky, we're confident, and you know, I just want another piece of hardware, baby.
Yeah, so, you know, hopefully we have our championship game come next week, barring any weather. I know it's getting pretty chilly out there. Hopefully we won't be playing in December. But with, you know, the weather being the way it is, I would not be surprised if this game may be pushed back due to weather. But anyways, our championship game is this next Tuesday against, I actually don't know who it's against, but hopefully
they're playing today to figure it out. We got a bye week, so
we'll let you know up on the Red Dogs Network. But it's been a pleasure to have you guys aboard. Hopefully the next time we see you, we will have another banner to put up next to the Summer League. And until then, Red Dog Nation, keep on barking.